Hi, I'm Pete Smith, and this is the Hexolux D7, and we're going to go through a few of the features. So the D7 is an LED light engine in a Fresnel barrel, and it also has an AC to DC power supply, so you're giving DC to the light engine so you can run it on batteries or anything from 12 to 24 volts. And it focuses down to about 11 degrees, and then all the way out to about 75 degrees. And that's how wide it gets there. And it cuts really nicely, especially when it's wide, but even when it's narrow. So it's a very controllable, even light field. And then the knob here is also a button, so the dimming at 100, it's 100%, and at 50% it's actually calibrated, so that's exactly half of the light, which means that if you press it, you'll see that it's -1 f-stop in f-stop dimming mode. And you can adjust this in f-stop, so you can have like a half of an f-stop, or you can adjust it in tenths of an f-stop, so f-stop dimming, or think of it as a digital scrim, so you could put in a single or a double. It's also easy to communicate to other people, what you want changed on the light, just in terms of f-stops. There's also DMX ports here, which are RJ45, which gives you the lightweight Cat5 cables, so you can go really long distances, and it's very compact. And then this is your standard DC 4-pin, and you can just unplug the AC or the DC anytime you want, and the light doesn't mind. And then it'll also come back to where you left it. So you take a lunch break and just pull the power, or switch the breakers off, or a power strip, or whatever you got. And then when you come back, it just comes right back where you were. And you can also flick this to 100. It's just a quick way to get full brightness to do your setups. And you can flick it off. And then you can also flick it back on. So it's real friendly that way. And the knob that does the focusing is also a lock. So you can focus it, and you can see 15 degrees, 30 degrees, and 60 degrees on the barrel here for the different zoom. But when you get it where you want, you can lock it down, and now it's never going to move. You could put this thing on the outside of a car, and it's not going to move. There's also a latch here for the barn doors, so the barn doors can't get loose. So you could even put those on the outside of a car. The other thing that this knob does is there's another knob on the bottom, and that does the tilt shift. And I'll tilt this thing up so you can see what the tilt shift is. The tilt shift is where this whole lens assembly tilts, and it's marked out 5 degrees, 10 degrees, 15 degrees. So we did a little reset here so we can show it better. If we flatten that out and we put this on the wall, that's just normal straight on with no tilt shift, so it's bright on the right and it falls off because it gets further away and it gets darker as a result. And then when you engage the tilt shift, you can get it to be even brighter on the far side, to a point where now you get it even. It might even be a little bright on the far side, so that you could have like 3 or 4 or a whole group of people, whatever distance you're at. You can have a big group of people and they all look like they're lit by a much bigger light, like a 5K, say 20-30 feet away, instead of a 150 watt LED maybe 10 feet away. So you get a much bigger look with a lot less gear on set. You could also do this for lighting for movement, where somebody's walking closer and closer to the light, but they're not getting brighter and brighter. So once again, it's more like the sun or a big 5K, 10K, whatever. Or for a green screen, really even, or just as an effect. So just to show you what's going on here, it's brighter on the left if you straighten it out right, and then you can make it brighter on the right. So hopefully that comes across on the camera as well. Anyway, that's the tilt shift, and that's the overview on the D7 and the basic features. We'll probably do a little bit more of an advanced feature video pretty soon, but next up is our battery video. So thanks for watching.